Hello everyone, with me tonight is...
Subponicate poster.
At this point I'm just wanting to get this video done. This is cursed for me apparently.
Shit is fucked up and bullshit.
This is why you check the Audacity call graph when the call is going on and not discover that everything is screwed while you're recording.
Maybe it's just a bad week for LPs. I was recording mine last night and it was a major plot mission. And right at the final battle, I had a recording glitch, and of course the autosave was halfway through my recording, so I literally had to play the second half of the entire mission over again.
Boy.
Which is about 45 minutes, but since the rest of the recording was good, I was able to skip cutscenes, so it only took about 25 minutes. So yeah, maybe it's just a bad LP week all around.
Seems like there's something in the proverbial water.
Oh no, your Ethernet cable is disconnected again.
Tragic. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like all of a sudden my recording volume spiked really fast, and I'm really not sure why I did that, but it looks okay now, so let's get on with the video.
Kill a monkey.
Killing monkeys, yes. We've done all we've pretty much wanted to do in Kingston for the moment, including killing monkeys. And apparently, shooting a monkey with the Berserk Dart and having it run away, that somehow kills it. I'm not really sure how that works, but there you go.
And it magically disappeared. Oh, there it is.
Yep. Well, there's another one.
Oh, there's two monkeys. Are there actually monkeys in Kingston? I don't know this stuff.
There might be a little. There probably is somewhere. Well, I would say in Jamaica, and that deer was running up against the cliff wall. But yeah, we've killed Prinz, and we've got the Templar key, so we really don't have much more plot business around here.
Just monkey murder.
And crafting.
More darts. Good.
Dart pouch, actually, we can carry a bigger amount of darts at one time.
I was playing Unity this week and got to do my confessional assassination. It was very satisfying.
Sweet. This might be the last video I'm able to do in America for a while.
Let's hope your internet is better in your new place than it was.
Hopefully, yeah. My audio did sound kind of weird over in Taiwan, but maybe that was because of how the room I was in.
You'll want nothing to be found here soon.
So we've actually got quite a few upgrades we can buy, but since I don't have much metal, you just have to settle for either ram strength or chase cannons. Ram strength probably would have been better, but I have to buy it eventually.
Guns are always good.
Well, it's just the chase cannons they are not very strong. And chase cannons only really good when you're behind a ship, because otherwise you have no way of directly attacking something right in front of you. It's only off to the side you can actually deliver any kind of firepower.
Business well concluded.
Or at a range with mortars. That's always an option. So whenever there's that cut when I'm going to the cabin, that's always Kenway's fleet stuff. That not particularly entertaining.
No, not exciting to watch.
No, it takes like 20 minutes every time, so you can understand why it's not exactly essential footage.
Show it once, never show it
And
again.
one curious... Yep. And one curious thing about Jamaica is that, every now and then you'll come across little British fleets like this 3 brigs and a frigate.
That guy drives like shit.
And the, well, actually, the brigs are designed to go after you, make a total beeline for you when the battle starts. It is something their AI is programmed to do.
Just ram the shit out of you.
Yep. Brigs will sort of hit and run, they'll attack, then they'll move off to a distance and then circle around. But most ships will try to stay away from you. Oh, and did you see that post about Lardbird and Dread?
Yes.
Yeah, who knew?
Lawbird.
It's just so weird when Assassin's Creed throws that kind of historical stuff at you. You're never really expecting it sometimes.
They're not just pulling things out of their ass.
Yeah.
No, like I said, they're pretty good with the details. Functioning gameplay, not always so much, but their historical details are fantastic.
Usually, yes. And yeah, at some point I crafted the 4th pistol holster. One of them you get for free, the other you get during the story. Third one is for crocodile skins, and the other is for humpback whale skins. So there you go, that's all 4.
When does the new one release?
The Assassin's Creed Syndicate. October, actually. And that guy just went flying.
Got the knee in the face.
Yeah, I also love that bone-crunching sound effect you get when you knee someone. But yeah, still looks like they're keeping to their yearly Assassin's Creed thing.
Don't they usually release in November?
I think Unity and Rogue were November releases, but I think it's usually October. I know Assassin's Creed 3 was released in November, maybe. Revelations was released in, I want to say, November too. So it seems November is usually their month, if I remember things correctly, which may very well not be true.
Which, kind of a, well, I don't want to say a crappy month, it's a busy month. Because that's always when the Call of Duty releases, and wants to get on that sweet Christmas action. So usually November you're like, I've got like 6 games to play.
Yeah, there was a battle there. It was not particularly interesting. So let's go on to something a bit more interesting. Attacking this man of war that is stuck in that cove. I think he can get out of there, but it takes a long time.
He's got to do a lot of 3-point turns in that fucker.
Apparently.
I can't parallel park, and now I'm stuck.
This man of war is interesting because there is literally not enough room inside that cove for you and the man of war. So when you try to board the thing, your crew won't actually join you. They're not smart enough to improvise.
Here. Well, I think we've established that the AI in this game
I mean,
is
they're... Yeah, I mean... Not helpful, we'll say.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one thing they'll do is throw the grappling hooks, but they will not actually join because you're not right alongside it. But even without your friends, your ability to take this man of war is not exactly compromised. Because, again, they are so bad at fighting.
They hardly help in the first place, you don't notice.
Yeah, exactly. Their presence is not exactly missed.
Who's that guy shooting at? Facing the
nothing.
land, yeah. I'll just kill a monkey over here.
But yeah, look, nobody's coming over to help.
Well, they're not directly beside us, so we'll just sit here and wait.
And actually, when you were talking about a Man of War you could easily take over, this might have been the one you were talking about. Because this thing doesn't move, and you could easily swim up and take it by just climbing up
Cheese it
the
out,
actual
yeah.
ship.
Oh!
It's actually kind of nice not having your crew around, because sometimes they'll get in your way a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least, you know, there's nobody actively hindering.
Now,
you
watch
getting
what's
to
coming
what
up
you-
here. Somehow I killed that captain instantly, and I'm still not really sure how I did it.
That wasn't with a gunshot?
No, I hit him with my swords, but somehow he instantly died.
Oh dear.
And one of the enduring joys of video games is throwing people off high places.
Yes, it is. Always will be.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I'm just bad with the controls or if they removed it, but in Unity I haven't found the ability to pick up dead bodies, which is a shame because, you know,
Huh.
throwing people off the top of Notre Dame would be fantastic.
Well, are there guys actually on top of the Notre Dame?
No, well there was like some priest guys out on the walkways. I didn't notice any guards, but even on areas where there were guards, you got the option to loot, but the, you know, pick up body prompt disappeared. So I was like, wait, why would you take that out? That's like one of the best things.
Yeah, Ubisoft is kind of weird with their controls sometimes. Like, Eagle Vision has changed at least 2 or 3 times how you activate it.
Yeah, in Unity it's on a cooldown timer.
Huh.
You press, you know, triangle, it's still triangle, but then it stays active for a few seconds, and then it deactivates, and what got highlighted will remain highlighted for a few more seconds, but you have to wait for it to cool down before you can use it again.
Weird. And notice here, I thought the Jackdaw was just small enough to fit through there, but no,
Clearly
it's
not.
And backing up in this game is not exactly easy with the Jackdaw. Basically, you just have to let go of the wheel, and then the waves will sort of drag it back. Now notice there are Spanish ships guarding this island, but for some reason the guys on the actual plantation are British. I'm not really sure what happened there.
Maybe the boats are a random spawn.
Perhaps.
As long as there are ships here, we don't care who they belong to.
And of all the plantation islands, I think this might be the only one that has assassination contracts on it. It also has a windmill. Not a, there's also hidden treasure, which is pretty easy to find because the treasure map has the windmill icon on it, and the X marks the spot is right behind it, so it's not exactly difficult to find where it is. But yeah, there are only about maybe 2 or 3 windmills in this game, including one in Kingston, and so they're fun to ride the blades if you can get up there, but it's just not something you get a chance to do a lot. But in Freedom Cry, there are at least, I don't know, maybe a half dozen windmills, and they're always fun to ride the blades. And also notice there is an Animus fragment right in front of me, which apparently I completely forgot in my obsession to ride the blades. Apparently I completely forgot about it.
Not really.
And I didn't notice I didn't get it until much later. Yeah, it's a plantation. There's not much to it, so let's get to these guys, or Dart Madness. And for some reason there was a guy dying there. I don't remember at all how I killed him. It's just everywhere I seem to go, I seem to leave a trail of bodies in my wake.
Right, who needs a map marker? Just dead people. I've been here.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, you can't open warehouses unless nobody is looking at you. This is going to cause trouble for me. And a bunch of British guys. Who the hell cares?
Goodness.
Alarm! Help me!
Alarm!
And there's two guys over there, but I don't think they see me. But despite the incredible ruckus I caused, I get at least 1,000 Rolaris for no bells rung. It's honestly kind of annoying when Ubisoft decides to throw these treasure chests out on random little islands, because swimming in this game, unfortunately, is quite slow, and it's never very fun when you have to do it.
Yeah, they have the sprint, I guess you'd call it, equivalent when swimming, but it's still not that fast.
Right. At least there are some parts of the game where swimming is at least kind of a challenge instead of just a slow way to go from A to B. Unfortunately, I did not kill that guy because guards in this, I think he landed on the beach, but even when you throw guys in water, there's actually surprisingly good swimmers, and they won't die instantly unlike the previous games.
Oh, excuse me.
Yep. Now, when you come to assassination contracts for sort of the distant, on sort of these random islands, they're usually on another random island. So you have to go all the way over there because I have no fast travel waypoints unlocked.
That's annoying.
Yep. But hey, it gives me a chance to get a little more metal, which is oh so important in this game. But actually, I also have a treasure map, so I get two birds with one stone at least. Now your target is kind of in the central part of the island, surrounded by a bunch of his dudes. So the way to get to him without getting seen is to go around the edges and then sort of loop back to the center part.
Are these guys like pirates?
Yeah, I guess that's what they are. I'm not exactly. I forget what their name is, but yeah, they're kind of
they're
like
not
the
really
Beavers.
wearing uniforms or anything. They look just like average dudes.
Yeah, they're just some pirates. Now
There's
watch
one
what
of them
happens with
beavers.
this next guy. He came this close to seeing me. It was so close, but he did not see me technically, so the stealth goes on.
There's also no whistle that I found in Unity, which is also disappointing.
Goodness. Whistle has been part of the series since 2, I think.
Yeah, some way to attract
Pretty
people.
sure it wasn't in the first game.
So, you know, you do have missions that want you to do concealed kills, but you've got a guy that's 10 feet away, and there's really no way to get him over to you without jumping out, and then they spot you, and then you can't stay in cover. I don't know what they were thinking there.
Yeah, that's great. Ah, I got spotted. But strangely, I did not get spotted by the target, so I lose the bonus, but he still doesn't know I'm here.
Like I was only yellow, I thought.
But there we go, because Kenway decided to do the... There is a running... Most of the time he'll just stab a guy really quick and then get it over with. But sometimes if you're running at a guy and then very quickly stop, he'll do a different animation. But unfortunately, it seems my stealthy approach had failed, so what I ended up doing was going around and killing nearly everyone looking for these buried treasure. I stand by my decision there.
That, yeah, again, it's all about style.
Yeah. And really, who can pass up a chance to detonate some explosive barrels?
Exactly. I'm like, you could shank 3 dudes or you could blow them up. Let's...
For some reason, even though I was just running around an island looking for treasure, the music got really tense here. I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, look at that music. Or to hear that music, I should say.
Everyone's dead. It's a box. Be careful.
Unfortunately, it's just 4,000 Mulares. Better luck next time.
Guy looks like a zombie.
Yep. One of the many generic portraits they use for assassination targets. Now this guy is also on an island we haven't been to before. Thankfully, it's also a Mayan ruins island. So that ought to be fun.
The dreaded pirate.
Yep.
His name's not Robert.
And here's a man of war. Let's go capture it. Nope.
They missed an opportunity there.
And yeah, when you get close to man of wars, apparently some sharpshooter from somewhere can do a real lot of damage to you. And I'm still not exactly sure where they're shooting from.
Yeah, I think I had that problem too. I could not figure out for the life of me where the guy was. You're getting shot at, and you're up next to the boat, and there's no way they could have a line of sight on you, and you're still getting planked off.
Yeah, and they have like aimbot capabilities. They pretty much never miss, and they do incredible amounts of damage.
Yeah. It's like if you're on land, they can shoot you 3 or 4 times before you're screwed, and in the water, it's like, boom, 1 hit, I have no health.
Yep. Now, normally I do not save shipboarding stuff unless something interesting happens. And the only interesting thing that happens during this boarding segment is some hilarious ragdolling on one guy I kill. Let's just say you'll know it.
It's like art.
I assume Unity has ragdolls.
Yes. And you also get some of those fantastic post-death seizure glitches.
Now,
So-
throwing... Oh, there's a human shield demonstration for you. Yeah, it's this poor bastard. Look at that guy get caught up on the side.
Yeah, and again, I'm dead.
Just let his leg twitching
My reptilian brain is still functioning, apparently.
And-
You just pushed me in the water or
Actually,
something.
throwing a guy over... Actually, physically throwing a guy over the side of the ship does not count as a kill, but kneeing him and sending him flying over the side does. Because I guess this game's world operates on the logic of knees being instant death.
Kenway has a metal kneecap.
Apparently.
Pooey.
But I'm going to attack another frigate because it also has some metal, and something amusing physics-wise also happens there. There is another couple of glitches that popped up during the course of this recording that are still in the video, so the game was not behaving for me this time.
Every last scrap of duck on the wind! More sail! Give me more sail!
I've had a recent run of fantastic glitches where it's like, what the fuck was that? How did... what? Oh, never mind.
Pull them in with a will!
So it's a typical shipboarding thing, nothing exciting seems to have happened yet. And the thing with the swivel guns is their blast, what they will kill and what they won't seems very strange sometimes. Sometimes I can get like 8 guys with the 5 shots, sometimes I get like 2. But let's hop on up. Let's surprise this guy. Whoops.
Oh dear.
I
Hit the railing. Ow!
And then I didn't actually take damage until I actually landed on the deck. But when I was recording this, I was pretty sure that was going to kill me, so I didn't think I would survive. But I think what happened was that since I landed on the deck, since I landed on the railing, and the railing is not as high as the deck, that additional height may have saved my life, but it was still really weird to go through.
I get into stuff like this on a boat where something will go wrong and you get down to health like that, and then I just go jump in the water and swim around until it regenerated. Be like, be right back, just give me 30 seconds.
I probably should have done that, but life is full of surprises. Life and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag are full of surprises.
Definitely.
But we survived.
One health is still alive.
Yeah, and there was that guy still sitting on the that was sitting on the railing the entire boarding.
Vamp like a trussed up chicken.
And here we go with our first level 3 fort, which is actually gave me quite the hard time. And you'll see that a Spanish ship is currently attacking a British fort. It will start running away, but it's not the last we'll see of it.
We're ready, sir! Fire!
One nice thing is that the fort's guns are actually attacking the Spanish ship. That saves me the trouble of getting cannons fired at me, so thanks, buddy.
Act like a distraction.
Exactly.
All in the center! Stand up! Let's get moving!
But yeah, this is actually not the fort with the most defenses. The most it goes up to is 9.
Good
But
lord.
this one gave me quite a hard time.
Look up! That's where the most danger! Enemy fire!
Yeah, see, look, I've lost 2/3 of my life bar in seconds.
Fire! It's bad! We're all but kindling, Captain! Fire!
Now we need
cannon
to
volleys are
slowly
nasty.
turn around. And need to slowly turn around and get to that brig before we sink. And thankfully that Spanish frigate is for some reason still there, so it's helping me out a little.
Another hit to it to death!
Fortunately, they sunk the frigate, so I can't even get repaired off of it, but this brig should be good enough. Wow! I got 7 guys with 2 shots. I got really lucky with an explosive barrel. And there was just some guys standing around. So didn't even have to board the ship that time. Let's get back to work.
Alright guys, break time's over.
But yeah, in general, heavy shot and fire barrels are not good against forts. The heavy shot, only reason for that is because you can't arc heavy shots at all. So usually they'll come up just short against fort defenses, but I don't know, sometimes it works.
Yeah, I can't see barrels being really useful.
Yeah, especially since you have to get so close to the fort to use them anyway. And I think fort defenses can repair themselves a little, but as long as you keep attacking them regularly, it shouldn't be that much of a problem.
Doesn't regen fast enough.
It'll regenerate some of the damage, but not a whole.
Those are some
And
fast
one more.
workers.
Yep.
We built a tower in 30 seconds.
I just wonder who that one guy barking all of the orders is.
Who are you talking to, buddy?
Yeah, Adewale is practically a mute compared to that one guy. Now we go in for the actual fort capture, and more than a few amusing things happen during it, so I'm happy about that.
Party like. Toast the gallants and royals! Crew of cops! Toast the...
Oh, hi, Sam.
Alright.
That's what removing center pan vocals is for.
Now, did you see what happened to that one British captain?
I saw you shoot at him.
Well, what happened is that the heavy threw a grenade at me, and the grenade must have bounced off my body and landed at the base of that wall, and it exploded, sending the captain flying. So, thanks for that. I'm not sure why I'm killing these guys the fancy way, but whatever.
Because it's fun.
Yeah.
No.
Bastards in me sight!
Your pirate friends are helping.
They are actually. Most of the time they just get in my way. Like, pirate guys with swords, sometimes they'll stab you.
These are friendly fire.
It does not count as damage, but it will stun you, so it could open the way to regular guys hitting you. And why are these guys still fighting? It's over. Unfortunately, the forts are in general pretty boring to pillage because they always have 2 animus fragments, 2 treasure chests, and that's about it. But to be fair, I guess there's not a whole lot they can do with something like forts.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does. They could, like, put them in a room or something, but even then, that's still not very exciting.
Yeah. But we're done here. Except for the naval contract, which we will not be doing this time, but we'll get around to it. Oh, wait, there's the legendary ship. Have you ever fought any of the legendary ships?
Yes, and I got my ass handed to me.
Nice.
Because I wasn't, you know, super far in the game. I'm like, oh, let's go try this. How bad could it... And I think it was the double. And I'm like, oh, it's that bad. Yeah. Nope,
Yeah.
nope. Won't be doing that again for Pit.
That one is, I think, would be the second hardest. I think the one in the northwest is the hardest of the legendary ships.
It doesn't show you the name until you've scouted it, right? So you'd have to use a wiki to know which one you were going after.
Yeah, it only...
Because
Yeah.
one of them was actually kind of chumpy. From what I remember. I think I took one down and then I was like, oh, that wasn't too bad. And then went over and it was the double and yeah. Got
There's
shark
4
baited
legendary
real
ship
quick.
battles. The one in the southeast is probably the easiest one because it's a fight against a single man of war that doesn't really have any gimmicks to it. I don't want to spoil the gimmicks of the other three until we get there, but if you want to face just one of them, the one in the southwest is a good place
Probably
to
the
start.
best one.
Yeah. All of the legendary ships are men of war, but they are not the same as the regular men of war in the rest of the game. For one thing, they are a lot faster. They're faster than you are, actually.
Aren't they armored just all to hell, too?
One of them is armored heavily. The others they have more health, but they're otherwise operate basically the same way. But there's always something to throw off the usual rhythm of fighting big ships. This was a mistake. Anchoring so far away from the actual island, I have to spend like 2 minutes swimming there.
Note to self: find a better parking spot.
Yep.
Minky. Monkey murder.
A lot of monkey killing. A lot of monkey killing this time.
Cappuccino. Berserk.
Crafting darts in this game is kind of annoying because you have to do everything for each individual dart. You can't just craft them in bulk.
Yeah, which I hate stuff like that. I'm like, who thought that? What asshole thought this up? Same as if you're going somewhere, like Inquisition's a good example. For the most part, the shop interface is pretty good, but if the shop you're buying from is selling unlimited, so the inventory is unlimited, you know, if they had like 10 of them to sell, you can choose how many you want to buy. Oh, I want 5. But if it's unlimited, you have to press the button once for every time you want to buy something. So if you wanted to buy 20 pieces of crafting materials, because you're like, I'm not scrounging that shit, you have to mash the button 20 times. And I'm like, what fucker? Just thought this would be, you know, oh, this is sensible. I'm like, give me so I can pick a number and move on with my life. It's terrible. And crafting, same way. If you're gonna, you know, craft ammo or whatever, in this particular case, yeah, just say how... You've got enough to craft 5. How many do you want to craft? 5. Thank you very much.
Now here, the target is sort of hanging out under that big ruin over there, so you could just shoot a berserk dart into him and then end the mission really quickly, but I don't know, that always seemed kind of like a cheesy way to do it. So I kind of wanted to shoot him in the head, but you'll see how well that turns out soon enough.
Yeah, to me, berserk darts are just like, it's the funny dart.
Pretty much.
I want to create some fun. I know, I'll shoot someone with a berserk dart, because, yep, there goes the fun.
I was hoping this gunner could do a bit more damage, but he has apparently a pretty mild definition of berserk, in that
he's just generally annoyed.
he's just standing there pretty much. Unfortunately, the rest of these idiots are moving around, so my carefully executed plan may not be so well executed. Look, he's just standing there.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like it's counting down
possibly
very
giving
fast
off mean
either.
looks. And I could shoot him in the head now, but he's moving in a very herky-jerky fashion. And if I had tried, I certainly would have missed. So that all could have gone better, I think.
Oh well. Target
Yeah,
dead.
It's
Now he's
only
down
fine.
on the ground just like, I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, he finally got around to doing stuff, but a little too late.
And then he died.
Pretty much.
You're a failure in life and a failure in death.
After I had slaughtered all the Spaniards, time to go exploring a little bit.
think I remember this ruin. It was a bit of a pain in the ass to navigate.
It's very vertical. There's not much horizontal space to move around. But I'm always kind of a sucker for these ruins where the treasures aren't just out in the open, they're kind of hidden in little rooms. So it's fun to explore, I guess. And I enjoy climbing on the Mayan ruins in this game. Now, when I was doing this puzzle, I thought that golden horizontal thing was part of the clue. It is not. It is actually the rowboat. Yeah, it can take you out to your ship, but when I was doing this, I thought it was a red herring. It's something Ubisoft put there to trick you, but it's unintentionally there. But the solution is simple enough. And here it is, quite possibly the highest diving spot in the game. Whee! That right there just completed an Abstergo challenge, which you have to dive into water from a certain height. There's not many places in the game you can actually do that. I think you might be able to jump off the mast of a man of war, but I never really tried that. There was another challenge like that in Revelations, and there it was even worse because there was literally only one spot in the game you could do that, and if you jumped off a mast if you jumped off a tall place directly, it didn't count for that challenge. You actually needed to do the diving animation.
Eagle dive, yeah.
Yeah. So that challenge was kind of a pain, just because of how obtuse it could be. And I really like the tune they've got playing here, the sort of ancient mystery ruins theme. More looking around for that stupid map, and I finally was able to find it, hidden on this poor fellow. Now, listen to what Kenway says when he gets the map. Were you able to make out what he's... Yeah, I was gonna ask you that if you managed to figure out what he said.
Oh.
The closest thing I could think of was he said plum catch, which I'm not
sounded
really
like something dash to me.
Something, a mystery for the ages.
I guess I could watch the video again at another time and see. Turn it up really loud and see if I can hear it.
Or you could email Matt Ryan, show him that part of the video, and ask, what the hell did you say?
Yeah.
Maybe
Pardon me? I have an important question. What the fuck?
And one more stone.
I could understand that, at least. That was pretty easy. He always has a little glib comment after he gets the Stele stones. But as I mentioned in the first video where we got the Mayan ruin thing, I think on when we went to Tulam, you cannot actually complete that side quest until pretty late in the game. It does give you the Mayan ruin armor, the Mayan armor I guess it's called. The one special thing about that is that bullets will bounce off the armor, so you can't get hit by bullets. Also, it does not have a hood, and this can make some cutscenes amusing, where Edward will do the animation like he's pulling his hood up, but
there's no hood.
Yeah.
Looks like he's tipping his fedora.
Pretty much, yeah. It's not one of those things that I ever really noticed going through the game, but it does look pretty silly in practice. And here's kind of an interesting one, because instead of aligning things on the ground, you align things on a wall. Thankfully, it's pretty simple. I did not have to cut any bumbling for the solution.
Good. Another keystone.
Another keystone indeed. We are done on Mysteriosa for the moment. I say for the moment because I think there is buried treasure there, and I know the game puts you on Mysteriosa.
Yeah.
And I think the game puts you back at Mysteriosa in a later cutscene, but that won't be for a few sequences.
It's a shark.
Yep, a great white indeed, in fact.
Captain! There's secret! Hold on! Let's hunt, lads. I see him. That's it, lads!
Now, I've never seen Jaws, but was the shark ever actually called Jaws, or was it just a shark?
No, it was not a shark.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Kind of one of those pop culture things that everyone assumes.
Got you now, face! The bastard's torn the rope! Keep an eye out for
Shark
that
didn't
fin!
have a name. Right before the end, Roy Scheider says, "Smile, you son of a bitch." So I guess if he did have a name, it would be son of a bitch.
Got him, Captain! That's right! Tire yourself out!
The great white is actually one of the harder harpooning targets in this game, because unlike a whale, it's a relatively small target, and it's pretty feisty. It moves all over the place.
So, and aren't they aggressive as fuck when they're blind?
They're not more. I don't think they're any more aggressive than other animals, but they do have a tendency to snap the line a lot. But thankfully, harpooning does not actually end until you either run out of harpoons or your rowboat gets
I
destroyed.
see him off the starboard bow! Hold fast! Here we go! He's turning the sea red!
But thankfully, for all the ladies out there, there are extended parts of the game where you can... Oh, no, I shouldn't say extended. There are fairly lengthy part of the game where you can play with Edward with his shirt off. So that's something.
Maybe some of the
Hang tight!
Maybe. We don't judge around here.
Exactly. You want to see Edward shirtless and not
You see that, lads? That sea dog's almost done for! He's torn the rope!
Now, actually, the first time I put together video 17,
Secure the rope!
taking out this great white was the end of the video. But I found out when I was reviewing some of my raw videos that I accidentally did not include a storyline cutscene that comes at the very end of this mission. So I had to make a new video 17 for this last part. And in between all the recording troubles I've had with this video, including the recording troubles I went through with this very recording we're doing right now, this is definitely the cursed video.
You get to the end, you're like, fuck it, I'm never touching this thing again. I don't want to look at it,
yes.
I don't want to ever talk about it, I just want to get it over with.
I've actually been watching the Audacity recording through this entire video just to make sure the call graph doesn't spike. So I'm watching the video in a minimized window, which is alright, I guess, but this video does not like me. But we join our Libertopia already in progress, and I think Edward is reading one of the secrets you get from one of the treasure chests, so I thought that was an interesting touch.
Fresh eggs in this wretched town. There's little else but piss and insects.
Aye, we're working on that.
Dear lady, What do they call you?
And when they're sober, a jilt when they're sauced, but never lady.
Well, good Leanne, oh no. Bag of shite! Do you hear me? It's a bag of bloody shite!
It's a ruse to keep us off before they attack Nassau. You'll see, mark me.
It's no ruse, Fiend. I heard it straight from the mouth of a greasy Bermudan captain.
So actually, we'll be seeing quite a bit of old Blackbeard in the videos coming up.
Ruse or no, I think it's plain
I
the
like his
British
voice
may
actor.
return to Nassau
Yeah,
with
he's pretty
arms,
good.
no doubt. We'll need a plan.
Walk with us, Kenway. There's trouble brewing.
Oh dear.
Actually, the whole premise for going into the Animus in this game is Abstergo wants to create basically a game trailer for pirates, and it's always funny how they never mention Kenway at all. They'll mention Hornigold and Blackbeard and
No piracy.
Jack Ratham, but they never mention Kenway. I wonder why.
King's feathers for now.
Preserving the king's plumage is no concern of mine, Dan.
It will be when he sends his soldiers to scrub this island clean of our residue. Look around
Somebody
you,
needs to
man.
scrub the residue
Is this
around here. It's a
cesspool worth
mess.
dying for?
Yep.
Aye! It's our republic! Our idea! A free land.
And for some reason, Blackbeard's lines are recorded strangely. I'm not sure if the game is at fault or something happened during the
I can't be sure.
actual recording of his
When I
lines at
look on the fruits of our
Ubisoft
years of
HQ
labour,
or something.
all I see is sickness,
You any worries?
idleness,
Over.
idiocy.
Think Ben
Not a
needs
sunbeam of
straightening.
difference.
Sounds like a good
Here in
time.
London,
Yep.
Eh?
Thatch is right,
What else are
man.
we gonna do with all of this
Taking
rum?
a wide view, we're not doing so bad out here. The sun, rum, and leisure as far as the eye can see.
Aye, Nassau may look fine from a distance, but at its core, there's a disease I cannot stomach.
Sickness can be cured, Ben. If only you have the right medicine.
But a corpse
More
cannot
rum.
be reanimated.
He might have been talking figuratively, Edward. But yeah, the next sort of storyline arc of the game is finding medicine for our sickly residents of Nassau, which may or may not go well.
Work together.
We'll see.
Find
Everyone has the
medicines to
pox
ease our burdens
because there's
here,
only,
but
you
in a
know,
way that don't attract
like
the British.
2 prostitutes on the island or something.
I wager the nearest...
Like, since they're land-bound and in the tropics, I can't imagine scurvy would be a problem.
Yeah, and that guy back there apparently had the dry heaves.
All sealed up in glass vials.
You'd need a diving bell to reach those depths.
Aye, and with some coin and a few supplies, a diving bell won't be...
Edward says a few supplies, but he's lying. You only need money to buy the diving bell.
Find medicines without stirring up trouble. Agreed, Thatch?
Agreed. Aye. I'll meet you near the wrecks as soon as you're able, Kenway.
And my most unfavorite part of the game.
Remember, Thatch?
The underwater diving?
Yes.
Piss off, man.
It's an acquired taste, let's say.
Oh, I guess I didn't do it enough to acquire it. I did like 5 of them and I was all, fuck it! Fuck it!
Now, for some reason, I thought the cutscene was still going, so that's why I'm following Blackbeard, but now it's over.
You're like, I'm free to walk away. Oh!
Hey, Hornigold.
Donk. Get out of my way!
You require my services?
But yeah, previously in the game, you could not buy the diving bell because it is needed for this part of the story, but there we go. 5,000 Relaris, and it's yours. And we now have access to all of the diving submissions, but we will have to get around to them another time.
Business well concluded.
I'm finally glad to be done with this video, I will tell you that.
So long, folks.